right, y'all. So this week's episode, well, y'all, not this week's. I'm so late. I'm so sorry. So season 4, episode 7 of Chasing Atlanta was given what it was given. So let's give it what we got. I think I burnt my motherfucking enchiladas. So the episode starts off with Oliver at his photo shoot for Sephora, honey. He is doing the damn thing, and I am happy for you. Putting the LGBT boys on the map, and you are really just making your own mark as your own brand of Oliver Twist, and I could not be prouder. Like, that was some cool ass shit for you to be on the website and to be featured like that. That was amazing. And he invited Troy and Lauren to come by. So Troy arrived first, and to all the bitches that was in my comments saying he wasn't fighting for Oliver, both in that episode and in this one, he said, in 2 instances, the first time he said, bitch, the next time I throw a cup for you, yada, 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 yada. Then he got in his confessional and said, bitch, the next time I throw a punch for you, yada, 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 yada. So, bitch, either y'all hard of hearing or y'all just want to pick a beef with the kid. Because, bitch, I'm not understanding. The bitch just said it. So then, while they're on that subject, they're talking about Kendra, and then they come to a conclusion that I grudgingly have to agree with. Kendra, you turn up at just about every event. Like, we really want to have an event be a success with you present. Whatever it is, mama, you gotta deal with it and sift through it, and we're gonna get into how Rico really just gave you your ass in such a loving way. So then Lauren arrives, and she is slaying, okay? Mama is beat in the face, and she is standing her ways, okay? She came dressed to impress, so she was like, bitch, I ain't finna get into no mess. Hallelujah, if you hear me. So Troy was like, girl, he's saying all of this in the confessional because he didn't. But then they was, at first they threw their little shade, and then it was just like, girl, let's just get to the nitty gritty. Troy was like, when the Power of 3 went live, I don't know if this was on YouTube or Instagram, it really don't matter. When y'all went live, Lauren, you said something about people working a 9 to 5, knowing that I work a 9 to 5. Then you went on to say in said live, Troy working 9 to 5, so I felt slighted, and I felt like you should have contacted me. Let me just say to all of y'all, straight, gay, indifferent, it's okay to reach out first. It really is. Troy was waiting on Lauren to reach out, and she was waiting on Troy. So it was like, this could have been resolved. One was just waiting for the other to make the first move. Just do it. Do it. It does not make you any less of a person. You're not weaker. Forget all of what surrounds reaching out first. There's nothing wrong with that. So after they resolved their issue, Lauren was like, Kendra, call me, honey, and played the recording of the phone conversation. And Kendra was like, girl, I really don't have a problem with you. We had miscommunication. It's really my album. Oh, I am deeply hurt about my album, and the fact that I just had to go back to square one just really just tore me up. And that's why I'm mad. Not you. You're not my issue. I really don't even have an issue with you. Oliver is floored. Troy is like, ooh. Because nobody can believe that she is saying this when she specifically said at the brunch, I'm here for Lauren and Kim. So now I'm kind of looking side-eye at Kendra because I'm like, I don't think that was fake. I think she was just over it and wanted to make peace. I'm looking at you sideways because I'm like, why can't you do that with Oliver? Why are you going so hard on Oliver and you just like, nah, bitch, nah. Why you just can't call him and have a conversation like you did with Lauren? And just be at peace with the cast, because that has to be exhausting. That has to be to carry that much energy towards somebody. Girl, Oliver, Mama, and Quiz at the park, and Cookie, and the people in the background. I have nothing against this scene. Either we gonna make Mama part of the cast, or she could just sit this show out. Because it's like, because it's already the Oliver show. Like, Oliver was literally in every scene. So it's like, then we get your mama too. It's like, okay, go on with your spinoff at this point, Mama. You got it. You got your man, you got your mama. She is a hoot. She works well on camera. She is comfortable. I see a spinoff in the works. Run with it, Mama. I believe it will be a success. I would watch. I honestly would. But if she ain't a part of this Chasing Atlanta cast, I don't need to see her no more. Ooh, girl. But I do love the way she loves Oliver, and the way she loves Quez. She gave them gifts. I think she gave Oliver earrings. I think she gave both of them earrings. Real cute, 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 cute. If y'all break up, I want that back. But yeah, oh, and mama, I get it. You gay and you proud. Whew, but turn down the rainbows. You got it here. Girl, turn it down. Damn. Lauren and Cameron, so they sit down and they have a conversation basically about the state of their friendship. And they come to the conclusion that we could do better. You know, we in a good place, but we can do better. You know, we really just hang when it's party time. And if we're really friends, then we need to hang when it's not party time, bitch. Just call me just to see how I'm doing. Call me over just because you bored, bitch, and you just want to kick it with a hoe. And you want to catch up. Like, let's be friends for real. And that was real cute. I really love that scene. Cameron, I'm not seeing much of you individually. You coming into group settings and you popping in here and there, but baby, what are you doing? And this is no shade. I want to see. I want to know. I want to know. Not what love is, but I want to know. I want to know what you're doing. Yeah. I want you to show me. Cameron had pulled a fast one because he was like in the spirit of making up. I had invited Dominique here, and you could tell that Lauren didn't know because she looked at the camera and she looked at the producers like, bitch, y'all pulling a fast one. Y'all want to play with me today, huh? Okay. She was giving very Jocelyn tease. Like, don't play. She even said in the confessionals, she was like, don't play with me. Don't ask me that. I'm sick of talking about it. Now, it kind of looked playing, but that's what she was giving in both the scene and the confessional. Bitch, y'all want to play with me, huh? So Dominique comes and Lauren is just like, hi. And he was like, okay. And in the confessional, he don't be cute, y'all got a whole lot of balls in the confessionals. And none in the scene. I'm not computing. Because I'm the type of bitch that got the same energy when I see you that I have when I don't. Like, and I thought everybody rolled that way. I gotta stop thinking that people think like me. I have to stop that. So they get right to it, and Lauren is like, I don't understand, baby, because I've seen you multiple times. You've never said anything about this at all. Yet, when all this is around, you want to talk. Why? Dominique was like, well, really, I don't have an issue with you. I don't have an issue with you at all. Now, I'm confused. So, Dominique, what did you want to talk about? Because when y'all finished the whole conversation, you was like, well, shit, she couldn't even come stay with me, so I understand why you put her out there agreeing with everything. So it was like, did you want to talk to Kiki about it? I don't understand what you wanted to talk about. What you wanted to resolve. She stopped fucking with you because you had her name in the streets. You was talking about her. Whether we cool or not, why is my name in your mouth? Because maybe I'm lost. I don't remember Oliver saying it, and I don't think that many people in Atlanta would hear you say, oh, you're from Birmingham? Oh, do you know Lauren Inc? And this is no shade. The circles that she's that girl in are knit tight. So you can't go all around Atlanta throwing Lauren's name around. Scratch that. You can't go around Atlanta saying you from Alabama. And people just automatically throw at you, do you know Lauren England? And then you tried to say the reason why you wanted to bring it up is because now y'all in the same group, basically filming the same show. But baby, y'all been running in the same circle since you moved to Atlanta. So why? It just didn't make sense. So when they got past all of that, he was like, well, fuck all of that. All of them made it seem like, because basically Lauren was denying everything. I didn't say that. In some kind of way, they kept landing on Oliver. And Dominique was like, well, Oliver's making it seem like da-da-da-da-da-da. So Lauren calls Oliver. And even Lauren was like, well, you made it seem like the boy had a problem with me. And Oliver was like, I never said that. What you're doing is playing semantics. Because you didn't say that. You for damn sure implied that. Like, no. We're not going to do that, Oliver. Because you know exactly what you're doing. You are planting the seed, watering it, and saying, I'm not a gardener. No. We're not going to do that. Rico with the K and Oliver in the studio. First of all, the song is hot. Both songs are hot. Both verses are fire. Like, y'all both can rap y'all asses off. Y'all did y'all thing. Rico, shout out to you, my nigga, because you got these hoes together in such a loving way. Basically, you summed all of this up and you was like, I understand. Kendra's hurt. She's dealing with her hurt in not unorthodox, because people do act out like that a lot. But she is doing it in a very emotional way, but she is hurt. And she is expressing her hurt until she is no longer hurt. That's why she's doing that. Oliver, at the end of the day, reconcile your hurt. Reconcile the fact that this bitch is hurt and that she's hurt because of you. Whether you care or not, it's beyond that point. Just recognize that it's because of you. Get it. Understand it, digest it, and live with it. Kendra, get the fuck over it. Move on with your life. You can devote your time, your energy, and your money to much greater things. And I couldn't agree more. You know what? Seeing as how you have a boyfriend, and I was just playing anyway, because, girl, something tells me, from the wisdom you have, and the fact that Oliver keep calling you sis and mama, that we would be much better as Judies. I sound a little stopped up, y'all, because of my sinuses. But we would be much better as Judies. I think so. I mean, yeah. Because Sagittarius men don't think like that. When you, like, take responsibility, I've dealt with several Sagittarius men, and no. Not at all. They are the last person to take responsibility for anything emotional. Especially if they're in the wrong. They'll say they're... No. Saying they're in the wrong means that they are madly in love with you, because that is an admission of guilt. Girl, I love my Sagittarius. I mean, I really do, girl. As you can see. And what I love about Oliver is once he decided he couldn't wiggle out of this and that Rico was absolutely right, he was like, well, there needs to be a space provided to do so we can have a conversation. Oliver, I know you're not going to play fair when you have this space to do so. But you're right. You can't apologize if you don't have the opportunity to do it. You can't talk it out if you don't have the space and the opportunity to do so. Kendra, if you want to reconcile, and not, if that's the way you want to move on, if you want to have a conversation with him and get an apology, you have to provide that space. And you can obviously tell that he is not down with a violent space. So you got to come with tranquility, mama. Simone, slow down, because you're moving way too fast. And finally, the triple date. Y'all played the fuck out of Oliver telling him it was pajama night, because he came just like he was ready to go to bed. And that's just what Dominique tried to do. Baby, as soon as they sat down and had their little grace or whatever, and Dominique went straight in for the kill, bitch, why the fuck did you tell Lauren before me? And I don't think you meant it that way, because everything Oliver was saying was factual. Bitch, if I'm in a space and you're talking about my friend, what type of friend would I be not to go and tell my friend that somebody was talking about them? Or mention them? Like, I do that all the time. If I'm in the store and I see somebody that knows my mom or something like that, I will tell my mom, hey, I saw so-and-so. She asked about you. That's normal. So I don't think you meant that. I think you meant, girl, why you go over there starting shit? I told you I knew Lauren and I told you a little situation and you went over there planting a seed. You carried a bone. Why the fuck did you do that? I think that's what you meant. And when you articulated that, or when Oliver understood that's what you meant, that's when he got to river dancing around the question, baby. He hit the salsa and the river dancing around that bitch. And you just kept holding his feet to the fire. And he was like, well, you made it seem some type of way. If you didn't say that, you made it seem. And then you was like, do you want to hear it? Oliver was like, do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear it? I'm with Rico. Y'all bitches recording conversations. Lauren just let us hear one recording, and now you got one. No, ma'am. We not doing that. I'm not doing that. Because clearly y'all are. And Oliver, this is what I don't get about you. You are so logical and so like, bitch, it is what it is in your confessional. But when you get in the scene, it's like, oh, no. That's not what I said. Oh, no. I mean, look at it like, Yandy, you have to get away from that. Stand your ground. Bitch, you are Oliver the Twix. Okay, bitch? So you... No, ma'am. Stand your ground. Say what you gotta say. Your man got your back, bitch. Like you said, knife and fork went down. Like, bitch, what's up? Let me know when you ready to go, Oliver, and we can knock these hoes the fuck out. You know you got your support. Say what the fuck you gotta say. Bitch, you planted this seed. You brought up, if you never would have told me the situation, I never would have had it to take back to Lauren. I don't know shit about your sister or her stand with Lauren. You did that. I just took it over to my friend. But you have to look at it this way, because if Rico was, girl, we don't need no goddamn example. Why the fuck did you make it seem like some shit was going on? And that's when Oliver was like, you know what? Being in this group is just so hard. Excuse me, you guys. And then he stormed off. And then Rico boyfriend was like, bitch, first of all, I came with a Wild 'N Out shirt on, so you know times are hard right now. And y'all not finna give me no camera time? Y'all not finna let me shine, bitch? Watch this. My cousin, I don't know who it was. Somebody had just died. And I'm not, my heart goes out to everybody who lost somebody. I'm not making fun of that. It just was very reminiscent of Latasha Scott in the big fight at the season finale of R&B Divas season 3. There was a big melee, a big fight. And as soon as everything started to calm down, Latasha was like, I don't like how you came at me. Like, she just was like, now is my time. And that's what it just gave me. And I was just like, Rico, kudos to you for being a great boyfriend. Kudos to Dominique and his boyfriend for just looking at each other like, bitch, my steak getting cold, so. Touche, bitch. Like, I don't. And that's how the episode ended, y'all. I just, whew, it's a lot. It's a lot, but I want some resolve, because clearly y'all gonna drag this brawl out for the entire season. So, yeah. The episode was given what it was given, so I gave it what I had. Make sure you are liking, commenting, subscribing, and that your notifications are on. Same place, same time.